Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. I am your host, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. So glad to be here. I have a controversial topic that's either going to make you mad, make you think, or both. Hopefully both, because I want you to get a little mad about this, because I want you to realize that what I'm getting ready to tell you is true if you really think about it. And the topic of today is stop bitching about inflation. If you don't like the word bitching, then insert complaining. Stop complaining about inflation. But I like to say stop bitching about inflation because it hits you in the forehead. Now, most of us who have scrimped and saved and done without and worked hard and worked extra hours and worked on the weekends to accumulate money, nod your head, we have a nest egg of money that it's good. And if you're watching this video, you probably have a nest egg and you're trying to figure out what to do with it. And you've heard about annuities and you got out of these sales pitches, you got out of the bad chicken dinner seminars, you're trying to figure out what the deal is, okay? The deal is you buy annuities for the contractual guarantees. But when we talk about inflation, most of you out there are solid. Yeah, I mean, does it make us all mad that groceries are higher? Yes. Does it make it all mad that gas prices are higher? Yes. But most of us can afford it. I'll give you a story. My wife calls me from two places last week, bitching, and I love her. I really do. She's put up with me for 35 years. Man, you talk about a martyr and a woman full of grace is my wife, Christine. But she calls and says to me from the gas station, can you believe gas prices? They're $4 and $5, et cetera, et cetera. I said, we can afford the gas. Fill it up. We're good. We can afford it. Yeah, but Jeff, you seen it. I understand. We can afford it. Fill it up to the brim. We can do it. Fill all the cars. Fill them up. About a day later, she calls me from the grocery store. Can you believe the prices? Stan, the price is like $200 for just a few things. I said, we can afford the groceries. Buy the groceries. In fact, if you want to buy a grocery store, we can put a down payment on one. We've worked hard. We've done without. She grew up in a trailer in rural Nebraska. It's not the end of the world, but you can see it from there if you know what I mean. I grew up in rural North Carolina, and my whole family worked in textile mills. We grew up poor. We grew up without. We worked hard, but we can afford it. And I'm not going to sit here and bitch about inflation. Do I want to pay less for gas and food? Yeah, but we can afford it. But guess what? You can too. I was on a call the other day. Gentleman said, what are we going to do about inflation? He's a client. What are you going to do about inflation? I said, what are you talking about? You got $3 million. And I told him, I said, take this the right way. That's the most arrogant thing I've ever heard in my life. You are talking to me about inflation, and you are trying to solve for inflation, and you are worrying and wasting time on inflation. Is that you? Please don't let it be you, because let me tell you about reality. Because right now, you're watching this video and we're living in a bubble. Me and you are living in a bubble. We have showers and houses and heat and air conditioning, cars and food and gas. It's all good. But 60% of all Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That's a fact. That's who's getting their butts kicked with inflation. Those are the people that we should be concerned about. So when you call me and say, well, this agent said that he's got the annuity that adjusts for inflation, that agent is not telling the truth. Annuity companies don't give anything away. Listen to me. They do not give anything away. That includes upfront bonuses. That includes any type of promise for inflation increases to your income stream. There's contractual inflation increases to your income stream, like a COLA, cost of living adjustment. Like on an immediate annuity, you can run it with, like, say, a 3% increase. But when you compare that to the exact same immediate annuity without the 3% increase, guess what? The annuity company drastically lowers the payment for the one that has the increase. Duh. Same thing at the bad chicken dinner, expensive steak dinner seminar, where the person stands up there and says, this index annuity will increase with inflation. Every time the index annuity increases, it increases your income stream by that amount. And you go, well, that sounds great. Remember my saying, though, annuity companies don't give anything away. Anything. So if there's a potential increase to your income, then the annuity company is going to severely and drastically lower the initial payment to make up for that potential increase. And typically, it's a long time to make up for it, and it's not worth it. You already own the best inflation annuity on the planet, and that's called Social Security. Nod your head. But why are we fixated on inflation? It's because we all watch too much cable television. We all read too much news, quote unquote news, on the internet. Inflation here, inflation there, inflation, inflation, inflation. It's killing people at the low end. The poor people are getting hurt here. That's horrific. But for people that are looking to place their money in annuities and investments, and they have nest eggs, and they have 401ks, and they have IRAs, and they have hundreds of thousands here and 100,000 there, do not bring up inflation with me. I will blast you in a nice way. I will wake you up to reality. Inflation is going to come. It's going to go. It's going to go high. It's going to go low. It's going to be here forever. No. Could it be here for a long time? Yes. But I'm asking you, are you going to live your life? Is it really going to affect your lifestyle? Are you really going to not get the eggs you want? Are you really not going to buy the milk you want? Are you really not going to buy the peanut butter you want? Are you really not going to put gas in your car? I need you to stop bitching about inflation. I need you to stop complaining. I need you to look at life glass half full. Life is fleeting. For a lot of you out there, all you baby boomers that are hitting age 65 every single day, all 11,000 plus of you, it's time to start living. It's time to stop bitching. Inflation, schmation. Go live your life. Inflation, who cares? It's all about your life, your health, your family. It's all about you in chapter 2. It's not about inflation. Now, if you're watching me out there and you don't have a ton of money and inflation is hitting you, my heart goes out to you. That does nothing for you. I hate it when politicians do, well, my heart goes out to them and the people that got shot. That's all they could say, but it's not helping, right? And when politicians go to the microphone and go, well, we're really trying to address this inflation thing and shut up. Can annuities address inflation? No, they can't. Are there products out there that are pitched to? Yes, there are. Do annuity companies give anything away? No, they don't. Can income from annuities increase with a specific number or index? Yes. Do annuity companies drastically lower the payments to make up for that? Yes. Do annuity companies give anything away? No. Does inflation truly affect your life and your spouse's life and your family's life? Does it really affect? I need you to think about that for a second before you call up anybody, especially me or my team, and say, I really want to solve for inflation. How do we solve for inflation? Listen, when inflation is running at 8 and 9 and 10%, and they're not factoring in, major things, they cherry pick that. But let's just say it's 8 or 9 or 10%. There's not a product on the planet that truly addresses that. Now, you can go get I-bonds at a very small amount, limited amount you can put in and get a good interest rate on those. And those are great, and I don't sell them, but I love I-bonds. But you can't put $500,000 in an I-bond and get 8, 9%. If you did, then the great. Then we kind of solved it, right? But we can't. And you don't solve for inflation with potential. You don't. A lot of people, a guy called me the other day and he had a lot of money. A lot of money. And I said to him, because he was talking about inflation and he was really worried about it. And I had to kind of slap him a little bit. And I said, you need to act rich. And he goes, I'm not rich. I go, according to the stats, you are rich. You might not think you're rich, but you are rich. So I need you to act a little bit, not arrogant, Not arrogant from, well, I got money and I'm driving a Bentley. No, none of you are going to do that. Come on. People that drive Bentleys are either have so much money they just flush it down the toilet, or they're posers and they have no money. They're trying to convince you that they do. But I need you to really do a soul search here. This is important to me. You know, we talked about, you know, you've won the game. Why are you still playing? We've talked about that. We've talked about, you know, I just did a video about, if you had more money, would it change your life? Probably not. And this one kind of dovetails with those is, yeah, inflation isn't any fun. We don't like that. And we don't like that for our fellow citizens, because we're all patriots and we love everybody. We love one another and we want everyone to succeed. And this is the best country on the planet. For people out there that don't think it is, I understand we're not perfect, but this is the place that poor redneck person from rural North Carolina can make it. My wife from rural Nebraska can make it. And wherever you're from, you can make it, and you've made it. Hallelujah. High five virtual, correct? So stop talking about inflation, because 6 out of the 10 cars that are around you, 60% of the people, it's hurting them. There are people that are going without food, and they're going without gas, and they're going without heating oil because inflation is hurting them. And if that's not you, I need you to stop bitching about it, because it's arrogant. Okay? It's arrogant. Yes, we are concerned about inflation. Yes, I hope that the Fed gets a hold of it. Yes, I hope that our politicians do something, either party, if there is something to do. But inflation, does it really affect you? Buy the eggs, buy the milk, fill the car up with gas, do the best you can, and go live your life to the fullest every single day. There's no U-Hauls behind hearses, and if you see one, take a picture and send it to me. My point is, you can't take it with you. Go live your life. Go enjoy it. Buy nice stuff if you can afford it. Buy nice food if you can afford it. But don't bitch about it while you're doing it. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man, and that is Shooting It Straight. See you next time.